Shamokin's Lower Gap mining began in 1836. The first colliery was built in 1857, renamed Cameron Colliery in 1864, destroyed by fire in 1888, then rebuilt in 1890, renamed Glen Colliery in 1940. Mining ended in 1970. The colliery operated for 134 years. Employment peak was at 1,420. She mined 33,353,000 tons of coal and had 217 fatalities. It was the site of the world's largest man-made calm bank. The colliery was dismantled in the year 2000. Okay, so before I start here, I got to throw out there that this is a very short Explorer because it was cut short due to the owner of the property waiting for me at my vehicle when I was up in the woods filming and trying to find something to film anyway. And I guess what I want to say is I learned three things from this. A, do your homework. B, don't drive extremely far if you don't do your homework. And C, do your homework. I drove all this way and there really wasn't anything left. It was already torn down, and there's people I could have asked that live in the area, and I just didn't even think about it because I decided to take a ride, and I didn't even get any still shots or anything. I literally got no pictures of this place. There was a few key buildings that I wanted to film on the property, and they're gone. So, I mean, there's a little bit of foundation here, and there's a few things to see, but as far as a factory or a mine being in the woods, this isn't the video, unfortunately, which, is kind of a bummer after driving all that way. But at the same time, the history on this place is amazing. It's insane how much this contributed to the development of our country and, of course, the state. But and the men that died in these mines, 217 died in these mines. They gave their lives, working. People, that's unheard of these days. You don't hear people dying on the job very often. It was normal back then. But I guess I wanted to do this video kind of in honor of them. So as you can see, there's not too much to see here other than the foundations of the buildings, but this was actually just like the pump house area. The actual mine was up further in the woods, which I do travel up there. And let me add this as well. I came here to film the structures on the property. I didn't come here to go into the mine. Going into a mine, an abandoned mine or any mine, even if it's open, it's extremely dangerous, and I wouldn't recommend doing it, especially if you're by yourself. So those weren't my intentions. I was simply here to film and do the history on the place, hoping that all of the structures were still here. So this place is obviously positioned on a hill, or a mountain. So it goes up the mountain a good ways, and there's structures extremely far up there. And you kind of go up in levels. And as I kept going up more levels, you see tons of debris of, evidence of the mine, and you see pipes and wires and belts, and Yeah, there's tons of stuff left behind here, but it's just not together. So it was right around here when I heard the excavator pull up near my vehicle, so I decided to walk down and just talk to the guy, and he ended up being really nice. At first he was, kind of upset that I was trespassing on the property, and it wasn't the owner, it was the foreman, the head foreman of the property. So anyway, he was cool, and talked to him for a little bit, and he actually gave me some history information about the place. And I forgot to mention that half of this mountain is on fire, so there is a fire down in the mines, and it'll probably burn for many years to come. But ultimately, this video is dedicated to the 217 men who lost their lives building a better country. And if you didn't know about the Glen burn mine, now you do.
Underground gathering threads. Check me out, bro.